day, Ruskin and Joyous. Hope you're right, because it's time for Profit Review. Last week we discussed the February 5, 2026 Rustor, the February 4 swipe Rustor that coincided with the naval update. Oh yes, indeed. So that means today, we're here to talk about February 12, 2026. We're here to talk about Valentine's 2026. So sit back and relax. I'm going to start yapping. What is there to expect from Valentine's? I don't know, lots of love hearts, lots of love. I guess maybe quite a lot of pink. Oh, well, there you go. But another thing to kind of expect is that, well, I guess you could consider these to be holiday skins. What does that mean? Well, when I look at Easter skins, Halloween skins, Christmas skins, I always respect that we're not going to see a sequel until next year. We're not going to see any collection continuations for another year. And in theory, once it's out of season, it goes down in price. But then again, Valentine's being that much of a significant holiday, but still, the point still remains. No actual sequels anytime soon. That could be a bit of a problem. So, okay, chances are these skins are going to go down in price. And of course, do not forget, it's February 2026. We're still anticipating the Easter dip. March and April. It's literally just around the corner. So, yeah, we're kind of expecting potential problems, aren't we? Yep. So, all right, cool. Understood. But the first skin I want to just quickly reference is the training SKS. But that's not a Valentine skin. What gives? What's going on there? Huh? What's this doing here? Didn't we kind of already talk about this like a good couple of weeks ago? Yeah. Because, of course, it was accidentally accepted a little too early, wasn't it? But what you see right here is a different design, technically speaking. What do you mean? So I'll give you the quick sort of brief explanation. But what was initially released accidentally did have at least 2 purchases. This was then changed to the limited edition training SKS. The original intended training SKS design is now referred to as the training SKS 2.0. And if you'd like to learn a whole lot more in regards to all of this, there's literally a video here explaining everything. First half of this video explains literally everything that happened, how it all came to be, and then of course the later half is me showcasing it. But this is the rarest skin in all of Rust. Only 2 of them exist in theory, but that is most likely the answer. Its price, its value, who knows? Who knows? So yeah, if you want to learn more about that, go consider watching that. But yeah, that's it for all I can say in regards to this video. So, okay, cool. Not sure what that's going to do, though. Because now I want to talk about SKSs. As you can see here, we actually have a Valentine's theme one right there. Wow. A nice hot pink design. A very interesting usage of transparency right there. But SKS is new. The SKS has only just become skinnable. And what we're worrying about, what we're a little bit cautious about, is the brand new Skinnables issue. Basically, when something brand new becomes skinnable, the first few skins to be accepted, well, people are super, amazed and interested. They buy tons of them. Loads of people turn up, buy tons of the skins. But what happens is, as time goes on, as more and more of these brand new SKS skins are being accepted, for example, in theory, if there's suddenly a whole lot more options, the first few skins that are accepted aren't so special anymore. In theory, they're going to go down in price. And because a lot of them were bought, a lot of them will be listed on third-party sites and on the Steam market, yeah, the price likely is going to suffer. Now, pair that with the expected Easter dip just around the corner. Oh boy. Ooh. So, okay. Both of those SKSs could have potential problems. But of course, we could just wait it out. Wait till Wednesday, look at the sales then. We could see how it pans out. But yeah. We were aware of that. So, okay then, maybe Valentine skins aren't exactly super safe. Technically, they are, holiday skins. But you know what? We did see a sequel. We did see another Lovestruck skin actually being accepted. The most successful Valentine's collection you can see right there in front of you. A lovely batch of clothing and armour. Unfortunately, the previous year we didn't get the backpack being accepted, which was odd. Maybe we'll see that being resubmitted at some point in the future. Maybe next year we get a jacket. That'd be nice. But a pair of tactical gloves, lovely. But first thing I'm personally concerned about, does it match up to the sales that we saw previously? Hoodie pants, 20,000 subscribers. Tier 3, 28,000 subscribers. Tier 2, 18 to 20,000 subscribers. You might recall the roadside gloves and boots. These appeared in 2024. They sold the least amongst all of these. And of course, as you can see right here, oh yeah, they went up in price ever so nicely. So with the brand new tactical gloves, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, we've got to wait it out, haven't we? And if I can recall, they weren't abnormal. So they are 99 cents, not abnormal. Would they match up to the sales that we saw previously? Was everything going to be a-okay? So, okay, had to be a little bit patient there. Now, looking at all the other skins, I mean, hey, we've got some pretty goofy, silly designs. A certain chair caught our eye before we even saw the Valentine's Rust store appear. Of course, we're anticipating Valentine's. I'm looking at all the skins that are being submitted, and I made a short video of this, which ended up becoming my most viewed video ever. Ironically, it was on TikTok, which I don't normally get that much views on, but I had over 100,000 views. So, yeah, word spread with this, and oh, it got accepted. With its popularity, I guess you could say, was it going to work out nicely? Because that's a chair, and we don't normally see that many chair skins, do we? You never know. It might become a focused item of the month at some point in the future, but for now, I don't think we'll be seeing any new competition for quite some time. Yeah, you're just sitting there in the corner of the room, you know. Moving on from there, we also happen to have this jackhammer. Cream Pie Jackhammer. Yes. Okay. Cool. It's the second jackhammer for the year, though. And we don't normally see that many skins for jackhammers every year, do we? It's the second month, and we've already seen 2. That is a bit concerning. So, okay. Would the funny name carry it? I mean, we'll see. But I haven't even talked about this tier 2 armor right here. Fond Love. Now, I remember, and still to this day, people want me to showcase it more, but I tested it out in the Rust rotation video. I don't personally see it. A lot of people sat here and said, Hedge, surely that's some good green camouflage option. No, it's got roses all over it. Now, you might sit and say, Hedge, you're dismissing it. Trust me when I say there's definitely a better option out there. Anyway, so, okay. A lot of people are taking a liking to it, but would I warm up to it? Let's keep an eye on the sales. So, in regards to what I thought potentially could be the best investments for the week, the first thing I thought that maybe the tactical gloves were the best shout. It's got the collection behind it. The sales initially didn't really seem to be super crazy because, of course, as I'm recording this, we're almost a full day in. In fact, I do believe this is a full day in. Quite literally, it's 24 hours right there. Well, I guess we've accidentally spoiled what the sales were. But yes, that did seem to be the most reliable option. Now, I do recall I was looking at the chair and thinking, all right, maybe that's going to be silly enough and funny enough to potentially retain its value in the future. But I was actually pretty confident with the burlap clothing. We don't see that much burlap clothing being accepted. Pink burlap clothing stands out very uniquely compared to all of the other burlap clothing skins we have ever seen. Burlap tends to be quite reliable. We'll have to respect it. And maybe next year, Valentine's 2027, we'll see, I don't know, a hat, a poncho. Why not? We'll see. So, okay, cool. There's some positives there. I was feeling pretty confident. So, all right, cool. Well, how about we go ahead now and actually look at the first 24 hours of sales. So, boom. There you go. Wings of Death SKS, 17,000 subscribers almost. Well then. Garage Door is also selling very nicely. It was a pretty lovely looking design. We'll talk more about that in a bit, don't you worry. But, yep, Satchel Charge. Haven't even got to that. But, yep, that also sold quite a bit. Soulmate L96, which is a sequel to an AK-47 of the past. Over 10,000 subscribers. For an L96. Okay. As you can see there, the Certain Chair, well, just over 10,000 subscribers. Training SKS, well, that seems to be doing quite nicely. I wonder how many people bought it under the assumption that they thought it was the limited edition skin. Neon Heart Sheepner Door sold quite nicely as well. Jackhammer's doing quite alright. Surprisingly, that tier 2 armor wasn't selling that much. So, okay. Well, to be honest with you, it's still quite a bit. Like, the overall sales were pretty ridiculous. This is like high. So okay, cool. Now then, shall we go ahead and talk about the abnormal barders? What prices did we suggest when we looked at all the skins on Wednesday night? Well, as you can see, the sales are right there, and Wings of Death SKS had almost 38,000 subscribers, just over 38. Atomic Ever After Garage Door, just over 30,000 subscribers. Love Letter Satchel Charge, just over 26,000 subscribers. That is a lot. So, yeah, lots of people were buying skins. Lots of people were actually really appreciating them. But were their prices going to retain? Could things actually work out quite nicely in the future? So what prices did you suggest, Hedge? So, of course, even back then I knew, well, brand new Skinnables issue. I fully expect to see a lot more SKS skins in the future. I'm just literally anticipating the possibility of seeing a Twitch drop and a Kick drop. I said 80 cents to $1.20. I was going halfway. That SKS was $2.49. I did not trust it was going to retain that price for the foreseeable future. Again, Easter dip, literally just around the corner. I'm playing it safe. Atomic Ever After Garage Door. At this specific point in time, we have seen garage door after garage door after garage door and Twitch drop garage doors, and then more garage doors and rust doors. It's a very lovely looking design, but 30,000 plus subscribers, and it really wouldn't surprise me if we'd see even more garage doors after this. Like, we got Lunar New Year, literally the very next week. 2 weeks of Lunar New Year. It's the year of the horse. I knew a lot of horse-themed garage doors had been submitted. So, okay, yeah, I'm a little bit worried. But it is nice. It's a very pleasant-looking skin. And yet still, we do have another one, Hedge. Neon Heart Cheap Matador. That's fine. Over 20,000 subscribers. I sat there and said, well, you know, in the past I've seen a glow-in-the-dark neon Valentine's door before. I thought maybe it could resemble the behaviour I saw of that. With that priced at $2.49, I said 80 cents to $1.20. Fawned Love Tier 2. So if I could probably try and skip ahead here, maybe I'll scroll down. Come on, get to that point. Yeah, I think I've got to go. Yeah, okay, I can't seem to find it. Anyway, basically the Fawned Love. Yeah, looking at the previous week's skins there. I must have been rushing as I was going through this. I thought I'd offer 70 cents to $1. Now remember, Fawned Love Tier 2, it was selling for $2 a piece. But again, I personally didn't feel very confident. So, okay, fair enough then. Now, Cupid's Arrow Garage Door, the one with Alistair on it. I haven't even gotten to talking about that. Yeah, I said 80 cents to $1.20 for that. And not even Deathbed, the first ever Valentine's bed, which I didn't even make that much of a fuss about. We'll talk about that in a bit. I suggested 70 cents to $1 for that. Now, of all the regular skins that weren't abnormal, Satchel Charge, I don't trust Satchel Charges. You skin it, you throw it, it explodes, boom. So you're telling me I just wasted that time skinning it? Yep. Nah. I suggested only 50 cents for that 99-cent skin. The chair, which wasn't abnormal, priced at $1.49, I thought surely, with the lack of chair skins being accepted, with the sheer silliness of what that was, I suggested 80 cents to $1.20. L96 skins rarely ever retain their value. I didn't trust that. 60 cents to 80 cents. Training SKS. It actually did sell quite decently. But with a lot more on the horizon, I wasn't feeling very confident. I suggested 70 cents to $1. And we'll be talking about that in a bit, don't you worry. The Burlap clothing, whilst you can't see it right now, it kind of sold decently. And again, Burlap clothing tends to retain quite nicely because we just don't see that much of it being accepted. I suggested 70 cents to 80 cents for the 99-cent skins. Jackhammer, if I can recall, it was priced at $2. I suggested $1 to $1.50. I believe it was actually $2.49. We'll confirm that in a bit. Love Struck Tactical Gloves, I felt pretty confident. 70 cents to 80 cents. The Double Barrel Shotgun, 60 cents to 80 cents. And the Loves Me Not Spinning Wheel, only 50 cents. I don't think people care that much in regards to spinning wheel skins, so okay, fair enough. Right then, so that's it. What was the outcomes? How did everything turn out? Well, about that. It didn't really work out very nicely. We had a lot of Valentine skins this restore, but you do have to look at it through the lens, knowing that it's just basically holiday skins, because they came, they appeared, and now we better hope we see some sequels in the future, because they went down. They went down. So, first of all, SKSs. Wings of Death reached over 40,000 subscribers. Training SKS 2.0, that reached just under 24,000 subscribers. Now, I was very cautious. I was like super convinced we're going to see a lot more SKSs after this. 2 months later, I was correct, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can confirm to you, we have had consecutive acceptances. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? Yes. Welcome to brand new Skinnables. I wasn't joking. I was fully expecting something like this was going to happen, and we still have the rest of the year to go through. We've also got like Valentine, Halloween, Christmas, and of course, well, you might notice something appeared pretty soon after this Valentine store. So anyway, both of them went down in price. Are you surprised? I basically warned you at the very beginning, and I warned people back then as well. Ta-da! So, yeah, I suggested, what, 80 cents to $1.20 for this SKS? Yep, yes you did. And it did get cheap. I did pick up quite a lot of them with buy orders. But to be honest with you, would I sit here and say I'm upset? I don't think I will. I think this could still rebound as time goes on. As we now approach the summertime, or more specifically, as we get closer and closer to July and August time, I certainly do hope it rises back up. After this 26 listing here, 111113, 1112, 111111, it's very thin. It could climb back up again. But at its cheapest, well, I think we've already reached its cheapest, because it looks like it's stopped going down in price now. Evidently, the Easter dip, it appears to have only really happened during March. Now, clearly you can see it still went down in price in the lead up to March. So, yeah, high sales. Yeah. But you never know. It could recover. It could do better. But we still sit here and anticipate the first ever transparent aim sight SKS. If that happens, will people even care about all the other skins? Well, we'll see. I thought its hot pink design would stand out enough that people would appreciate it in the further future. I don't think we'll see another SKS like this. So we'll see what happens next. But what's your opinion? And did you buy anything from this rush store? So, okay, there's that answer. And then, of course, we had the training SKS 2.0. I played it even safer with this because it was cheaper. Now, as I look at this, it's not doing that bad. As I look at the listings, it looks a lot better compared to the other SKS that we just looked at. But will it fully recover? Well, I mean, you just got to wait it out. It does not look like it's going down in price that much more anymore. It's pretty much the exact same thing we just saw a second ago. Hey, did you pick up any of a barter? I did. I can't remember how many, but I definitely picked up a bunch. But, yeah. Will it fully recover? Will it go all the way back up to $2? Will people appreciate this? Because we're still seeing training theme skins being accepted, aren't we? In fact, you might have noticed a pair of tactical gloves were accepted. Ooh. Yeah. That's how this whole situation ends with the limited edition training SKS. The actual version that appeared, that's the proper version, not exactly doing stupendous, not exactly doing amazing. And the biggest irony is, they look very similar. The limited edition just has like a gold streak all over it. That's it. Just a nice gold trim. Well, it is what it is. So, yeah. There was a potential problem with SKSs. It came true. What about garage doors? So I didn't really make too much of a fuss about this, but I honestly thought that Alistair-themed Valentine's garage door would actually sell quite a bit more. But even I forgot to even talk about this. It seems it just didn't get noticed that much. Now, Stabby made a perfectly fine looking skin. It got accepted. Clearly it made them laugh. But it didn't get that many sales. I guess 15,000, you know, it's still quite a bit actually, you know. But compared to some of the other skins here, okay, fair enough. But yeah, 2 garage doors in the same rust store. Oh, what could that lead to? Well, of course, we should also point out we did happen to see a lot more garage doors. Aha. And as I said, horse garage doors, we knew they were coming. So, okay. And then, of course, we inevitably have Easter. Yeah. Don't worry about this. This seems to be a weird sort of glitch in SCMM. So, anyway, yeah. Both of them went down a price. This one over to here, though, like Atomic Ever After, I went too low on this. Far too low. I suggested 80 cents to $1.20. I thought it was going to go down further. No, it did not go down further. It seems to have, at worst, sold at around $1.50. Yep. Now, over to here, I have picked up a few. I have indeed picked up a few, because I wouldn't have requested 23. No. So, yeah, it seems to have reached a low point of around $1.50, which is where the barders basically finish at. If I can recall, I'm probably around $1.12. So, yeah. Was this the first barder or the second barder? I don't remember. But, hey, cool. I managed to pick some up. I could have probably picked up a few more if I offered a higher price. But I'll take that. So, okay. What next? Well, it's looking pretty thin. But how many more garage doors are we going to see this year? And will people always like this design? I remember putting out a short video showcasing this. It did get quite a decent amount of views. People looked at it positively. But there will always be more garage doors. And right now we've got a Hazma Easter-themed egg garage door. And that's taken up a lot of... I lost my tongue. That is taking up a lot of the attention. There you go, Hedge. So, yeah. We'll see if it recovers. It's not down that bad. And in fact, I guess you could say I should have offered more. But in regards to Cupid's Zara garage door, I suggested 80 cents to $1.20. It went down cheap. And I picked up too many with a barter. Am I happy with that? Not really. Let's hope it does recover. We'll see how it goes. This also looks pretty thin. It certainly isn't going down in price anymore. It's starting to rise up. How far will you go? We'll see. So, yeah. Did you also pick up a bunch of skins with barders? Feel free to comment below. Love Letter Satchel Charge. I said I was only going to offer 50 cents. It sold a lot. I wasn't feeling very confident. And, well, as you can see here, yeah, it's not doing stupendously, but my 50-cent suggestion would have been perfectly fine. Have I picked up a decent amount of these? A decent amount, yeah. I can confirm this account was doing the second barders, so, okay, cool. I would have had a barder there if it was, So, yeah, I mean, it could recover, but we are still seeing satchel charge skins being accepted. We've just seen one being accepted for Easter, so if it starts to become a common sight again, well, guess what? Sorry to say, but satchel charge skins in general will start to go down. When it looked like we had a big drought and we weren't going to see any more being accepted for quite some time, that's when we started seeing them rise up in price. How often do you actively try to skin your satchel charges? Are you satisfied that they explode? And, well, there goes all that effort. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, it is what it is. It isn't doing perfect. I'm not sure if my barder's perfect, but I'm not exactly upset that I've got far too many of them. To which I now talk about this chair, because for quite some time I was a bit worried. I was a bit unsure of what I've just done. Now, if I can recall, I did buy a few of these straight from the rust store, but after a while I realised, I might have made a mistake. I bought 20 of these, if I can recall. And let's just quickly go ahead and remind myself. So, of course, I got my list. I didn't have it prepared. Good job, Hedge. So, where are we? Here we go. Rust store purchases for 2026. Can confirm to you, I bought 50 each of the Burlap clothing, 20 chairs, and 100 tactical gloves. So, well, you sold for $1.49, and you're slightly in the positive. Success! Or was it? So, let's just scroll down. So I do believe it actually was selling for even cheaper at one point, and you can kind of see that right here. Were they just dumping? I don't fully remember, because look at the barders as well. They're still comfortably above $1. It seems some people just kind of gave up pretty quickly, and they didn't realise they could have got a bit more if they sold for a slightly higher price. Either way, I can confirm to you, I must have bought about an extra 30 of them just from buy orders. Is this the worst it's going to be for a while? Yeah, because then as we get closer and closer to July and August, with a lack of competition, oh, you might be seeing that rising up in price as we go through the summertime. So more specifically, during the periods of like May to August, you should see prices rising. Kids are out of school, summer vacation. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But I'm not upset at the fact that I bought them now. I'm actually looking forward to the future. I don't think we're going to see anything like this ever again. Like, if there were to be a sequel, what's a thematically correct sort of sequel for this? I guess we'll have to have the bed. Oh, no. Well, we'll leave it be, all right? We'll leave it be. Yeah, looking good. Okay. So I suggested, what, like 80 cents to $1.20 for that? Yeah. That proved to be a very smart choice. So it's not for me specifically. It's for me to sell. Shut up. Anyway, yep, that worked out all right. I can't confirm to you the Solma L96. Yeah, that went down a price. I didn't trust it. It wasn't that long ago, at this specific point in time, that we just saw the L96 being the focused item of the month. We saw a lot of L96 skins being accepted. And literally just the month before, we had the Hellcut L96. That didn't sell that much. And even then, it was still slightly down in price. Yeah. I suggested 60 cents to 80 cents. Boom. It has basically landed at that spot. I don't trust L96 skins. Sorry to say, but just keeps on happening. Suitor Burlap clothing. I bought 50 of each. Now, looking at it, hey, that does appear to be quite tragic. As you'll notice, they have gone down in price. But I'm going to sit here and say what I feel. So, as I had already pointed out many times, we do not see that much Burlap clothing skins being accepted. Let's go over to here and just quickly showcase that to you. The previous year, we saw skeleton costume, and specifically for the shirt, Fryer shirt. You might recall it didn't come with bottoms, it just had like the weird Burlap head wrap with the transparency. Now, the year before that, we did see quite a bit, and the year before that, well, we didn't see that much. Evidently, as you look at this, and as you look at all of the Burlap shirts, there are no pink designs. Now, you might also sit there and say, Hedge wants to dress up in pink. Silly people. Okay, cool. I do believe that will slowly start to pick itself up. We've just gone through the Easter dip. I'll see how that progresses. I'll see how that goes. Yeah, okay, you've dropped a fair bit. The barders are still keeping you up to a point. I certainly do hope it goes back up. But I've had confidence in the past with previous Burlap skins. Here's hoping these do work out quite nicely. So, okay, cool. Let's get a quick look at the pants as well. 80 cents. They're performing a fair bit better in comparison to the shirt. Looking pretty thin to a point. Yeah, we'll see. So, doesn't look like it's going down in price anymore. Looks like it's slowly trending upwards. Here's hoping it does improve. I've just accidentally removed my SCMM. Good job, Hedge. Good job. There we go, back to it. So, yeah, I did buy these. I've even picked up a few more barders. I still keep my head up, and I certainly hope it does improve in the future. Neon Heart Sheep Matador. I have picked up quite a lot of these with a barder, because I suggested 80 cents to $1.20, and right now you might notice it's around $1.50. So, okay, let's just get a quick look at you. Yep. And you might notice, as of recent, it's actually starting to rise up in price. Again, that's just basically every skin in general. Lots of skins did suffer as we went through March 2026. But starting with April, we're starting to already see improvement. So, okay, cool. That's nice. Yeah, okay, very thin. $2.49 it sold from the Rust store. I think that could recover, but you've probably got to wait some time. We'll see. We'll see. I have seen previous Valentine cheap Nadors work out nicely, but we'll see if the average Rust player enjoys Love Hearts and Nador. Jackhammer. So this is becoming a bit of a problem because the focused item of the month for April 2026, Jackhammer. Oh dear. And we did just happen to see an Easter-themed Jackhammer being accepted. So we've got 3 more Rust stores for April 2026. You might be able to figure out the potential problem there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. So it's down in price at the moment. Down by a quarter probably doesn't sound that bad. But with more Jackhammers expected, you should now anticipate that with a lot more competition, a lot more other interesting skins appearing, this might not stand out so well anymore. It's got a funny name though, true, but You don't know what potentially will be made in the next upcoming few weeks. In fact, I do know we've just seen an Abyss jackhammer being submitted. I've just seen a Cold Hunter jackhammer being submitted. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens next. So, bad? I don't think so. But it's the future that I'm worried about. I suggested $1 to $1.50, and let me tell you, I have picked up a lot of these. So we'll see what happens next, but yeah, I'm a little bit concerned. So, oh boy. In the further future, though, okay, that might be alright, but we'll see. Lovestruck Tactical Gloves, I bought 100 of these. Now, as you might notice, it has gone down in price. That's unfortunate, but it's the further future I care about. As time goes on, are we going to see more Lovestruck skins being accepted in future Valentine Rust stores? I certainly do hope, and I certainly do anticipate that. I do believe quite a lot of people listing big fat quantities. As you can see here, 19 here, there's a 10 here. Give it time, I'm sure that'll slowly start to recover. So yeah, technically speaking, it looks like it's still trending downwards. But as we get closer and closer to July and August, well, will we actually see improvement? I certainly do hope so. And of course, if we do see like a jacket or another attempt for the backpack in the future, and if they do get accepted, all right, well, maybe that'll work out all right. I've invested into Lovestruck collection in the past. I have succeeded in the past with it. So I still feel confident things can work out. We'll see how it goes. Fawn Love Tier 2. So as you might notice, the vest has gone down slightly in price. And to be honest with you, I'm going to have a video going over its brand new, more interesting brother, I guess you could say. We have just recently seen Easter Bloom Tier 2. And I think it's a much better option in comparison as green camouflage and even potentially desert camouflage. So, okay. Not doing too bad, though. This has got like hardly any listings. That could easily recover. There are a lot of people that have bigged this up. But I'm not one of those people. I don't see it. And again, I see another one that I think is better. But so as long as those people still exist, so as long as those people are still going to mention this and bring it up and use it and wear it, I can't stop it. I can't stop that from doing even better and better and better. I suggested only, 70 cents to $1 and 60 cents to 80 cents for the helmet and the vest. Oh, I should have said that. Whoops. Well, okay, I said 10 cents cheaper for those ones. Yeah, I was off. The demand, the support they have, it was better than I realised. So, okay, fair enough. Well, did you buy any of these straight from the Rust store? Did you feel confident in it? Feel free to comment below. Brag, laugh at me, because the things I've bought, they've gone down in price. So, oh boy. So, yeah, all right. You did good. Fair enough. Good for you. Let's see if we can get Fawn Love Tier 3 hoodie and pants or boots and gloves next year. Double Love Double Barrel Shotgun. Didn't really talk about this that much, did I? Nope. But it's a double barrel shotgun. I don't think I need to explain that much more. The majority of them, they just go down bad. So I just assumed the worst. And yeah, you're correct to assume that because, yeah, it just went down in price. It just went down in price. Yes. So, yeah. I suggested for that, what price was it, Hedge? 60 cents to 80 cents. I have picked up a few of these with a barder. As you'll notice with the barders, they'll go up to about 80 cents. Right then. Not even death bed. Not even death can separate us. Oh, how cute, how lovely. This crashed and burned. What? The first ever Valentine's bed skin to be accepted. It was cute. It was lovely. It did not work out very nicely. What? Well, there you go. That's what happens when we keep seeing bed after bed after bed after bed. So let's just scroll down. Let's just take a look at you. Now, it might be partly due to the fact that this still did like 12,000 subscribers. Still quite a decent amount of sales. But that sold for $2.49. Oh, that did not retain its value. I suggested... God, what price was it? What price were you? What did we suggest for you? I don't even see if I even wrote down a suggestion. Oh, no, I did. 70 cents to $1. I did pick up a few of these with a barter. Well, I didn't keep it for long. Yeah, I don't know what to expect with that, but that's got a pretty hard future to go through. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, boy. It quite literally is buried. Oh, dear. Yeah, that didn't work out very well, did it? No. No. Loves me not spinning wheel. Honestly, a very clever idea. it was my idea. I swear I came up with the idea like a month before Valentine's. Trying to get Sojnik to do it, but he didn't have the time, or rather, he couldn't pull it off. He said so. Oh well. But then, hey, it got made. But what I wanted was raid me not, because that'd be a lot more like focused towards Rust. Damn. Anyway, okay. The lowest selling skin. It's a spinning wheel, and based on what I've seen with the previous spinning wheel skins, at the time they weren't exactly looking super great. They weren't exactly looking stupendous. Didn't feel very confident. I suggested, what, 50 cents? Well, guess what? I was correct to assume that because, yes, this is sitting here at 70 cents USD. Highest barter, 55 cents. Okay. Yep, that's what happened. And if you saw those other spinning wheels, you might notice, oh yeah, they are not looking very good, are they? Even with very interesting glow-in-the-dark designs, doesn't seem to matter. So, oh boy, oh dear. So overall, I think I was pretty good with quite a lot of the barders, and some of those skins did seem to do better than what I was even suggesting. So, yeah. Quite a lot of the purchases I've done haven't seemed to have worked out very nicely as of now. We've just come out of the Easter dip. I hope, as we recover and prices improve, things are better for me. But what's your opinion? How did you approach all of these skins? Feel free to comment below. Let's now get a nice little sneak peek for next week. It is Lunar New Year, the Year of the Horse. We saw some very interesting brand new items being introduced. We'll talk about them as well, don't you worry. But yes, we also happen to see a very cool looking panda theme furnace with the first ever Lunar New Year bed. A pretty cool looking garage door, but oh boy, it's another garage door. A very cool looking fridge right there. A pretty interesting looking wooden door. Like, there's some interesting looking skins, but they are holiday skins. So, yeah, we can't escape it, can we? No. So, all right, cool. That's it then. That's a wrap. So, I hope the whole video was nice and insightful, going back and learning to see how things turned out. But, yeah. TLDR, it did not work out as of now. But we certainly have high hopes for the future. I really need that to happen. Right, so that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to each and every single one of you. Best of luck with your investments.